Hello and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good day. I'm Tahir bin Nazif Imran. My metric number is 211633 and today I would like to share a tutorial on how did I make my own engine nacelle using the Boeing 737-800 engine format. Now only the outer structure, to draw this in CATIA, only the outer structure would be adequate. The inner mechanisms of the engine would be unnecessary. The engine nacelle, as it is called, has four main components, which is the inlet over here, which controls the flow of the air into the engine. The main body, the main outer body, which is called the fan cowl. The thrust reverser over here, which provides a reverse mechanism for the plane, and the exhaust, which is to provide acceleration for the plane. Now, to draw this, we'll begin with the main body, of course, which is the combination of the fan cowl and the thrust reverser. It is a shaft, and how do I form the shaft is through this sketch. Now, firstly, before we do the curves over here, we draw the straight lines first. The center of the engine over here, the motor, the object to provide as the motor for the fan blades soon, the engine space, and the space for the exhaust plug. Now the dimensions vary over here. We could see for ourselves over here. Now the fan cowl's outer structure is of course curved, so we need to form a curve all the way from the tip of the exhaust space to the tip of the inlet. As you can see, I already draw several reference lines, both vertically over here and horizontally over here. Therefore, to form the curve carefully, I selected the correct intersections over here for each curve points. And then for the tip of the inlet, I drew a circle with the radius of 1.3589 millimeter. And then finally draw another curve over here to connect between the inlet and the tip and the circle tip. And then of course I used the trimmer over here to cut any unnecessary parts of the circle for the shaft to successfully be formed. And after that, the shaft is then formed. Now that we're done with the nacelle body, let's move to the fan blades over here. Now for the fan blades, I did a pad, and before I did a pad, of course, I do the sketch first. Now for the fan blade, I already draw a tilted sword-like thick object at the center of the nacelle at the height of 18.7328 millimeters, so it would fit perfectly with the motor of the engine. After the sketch is complete, just like that, and then the pad is then formed with the length of roughly the same length as the radius of the inner engine. And then the circular pattern. To make the fan blade multiply in circular formation, I selected the transformation features. sorry, the transformation features, insert transformation features, circular pattern. Yeah, circular pattern. And then I select the pad. To be circulated. Parameters complete crown to form a full circulation. Instances 35, which is the amount of pads that I want to add. And then the reference element is of course select the surface of the engine space behind it to make it a circle in perfect with the surface. And then you have the engine blades form. Now for the final part, we do the exhaust. Now the exhaust is divided into two parts, which is the exhaust nozzle and the exhaust plug. Now for the exhaust, for both of the parts is a shaft, just like the nacelle. Now as you can see the sketch over here, yeah, there is even a dimension for the smallest measurement of the lines. Can observe it properly. How long is the radius? The radius of the widest length is 10.5461 millimeters, followed by a straight line and then a slightly tilted, and finally the bottom over here. After that is completed, then the shaft can be formed. And then for lastly for the exhaust plug, I did the sketch over here. As it could be observed, these are the dimensions. And after that is completed, you can finally do the shaft for the final part. And that is pretty much it. So with that completed, you have the complete part of the engine nacelle. So thank you very much for watching and have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum.